What if I told you that thousands of Americans are packing up and starting over, not in Europe, not in Thailand, but right here in India? It may sound unbelievable, but it's true. While much of the world imagines immigration as a one-way street into the US, a surprising reverse trend is unfolding. Americans, yes, US citizens, are leaving their own country behind and choosing cities like Mumbai, Chennai, Pune, and even the spiritual mountain towns of India to build a new life. But why? From skyrocketing rents and healthcare costs in the US to the pursuit of peace, purpose, and affordability, Americans are now eyeing India as the land of opportunity. They're not just tourists, they're digital nomads, retirees, entrepreneurs, teachers, wellness seekers, and even young families. And India? It's welcoming them in growing numbers, offering lifestyle perks, modern comforts, and a cultural richness that money can't buy in the West. We'll dive deep into 10 Indian cities now flooded with American expats and uncover the powerful reasons behind this unexpected migration wave. This isn't just a trend, it's a global shift. And it's happening right now. Why are Americans moving to India? The idea of Americans leaving the land of opportunity to settle in India might seem shocking at first. But when you look deeper, it starts to make perfect sense. A blend of push factors driving them away from the US and pull factors attracting them to India is fueling a growing reverse migration trend. For millions of Americans, basic survival has become expensive. Rent in major U.S. cities like New York, San Francisco, and Los Angeles has skyrocketed. Health insurance premiums are unbearable. Student loans and education costs crush younger Americans before they even begin their careers. Even groceries and utilities are burning holes in their wallets. In contrast, life in India, while not always simple, is significantly more affordable, offering a soft landing to those priced out of the American system. The US is also dealing with rising polarization, cultural clashes, and what many describe as a growing sense of anxiety and instability. Gun violence, mass shootings, and deep political divides have made some Americans feel unsafe and disconnected from the country they once loved. The dream of freedom has started to feel more like a battleground. The post-pandemic world gave millions a moment to pause and reflect. Many came to the realization that life in America, though materially rich, was emotionally bankrupt. Fast-paced corporate culture, screen fatigue, and an ever-competitive economy have burned people out. There's now a widespread craving for peace, simplicity, and purpose. That's something India offers in abundance. The rise of remote work after COVID-19 opened the gates for geographic freedom. With nothing tying them down to cubicles or expensive American cities, many workers have opted for countries where their dollar stretches further. India, with its growing tech infrastructure and vibrant expat communities, has quickly become a hotspot for the digital nomad generation. From groceries to medical care, housing to education, India offers value that's hard to match. You can live a comfortable, even luxurious, life at a fraction of the US cost. Domestic help, private schooling, and high-quality healthcare are within reach of average earners. India's Tier 1 and Tier 2 cities, like Bengaluru, Pune, Hyderabad, and Kochi, are transforming rapidly. Co-working spaces, high-speed internet, metro rail systems, luxury malls, and international schools are popping up everywhere, making the transition smoother for American newcomers. For those burned out by materialism, India's spiritual wealth is magnetic. Yoga, meditation, Ayurveda, and wellness retreats offer healing not just for the body, but for the soul. India's ancient wisdom systems have attracted everyone from Steve Jobs to Oprah, and now thousands of everyday Americans seeking clarity and peace. With India's expanding startup ecosystem, tech boom, and open economy, many American entrepreneurs are seeing opportunities to build something meaningful. From fintech to edtech, from healthcare to AI, India's talent pool and consumer base make it fertile ground for innovation. Unlike the isolation many feel in suburban America, India still thrives on community living. Neighbors know each other. Families stay close. Life isn't just about work, it's about shared experiences. This warmth is increasingly appealing to Americans seeking connection in a lonely world. Lastly, expat networks in cities like Goa, Bengaluru, and Rishikesh are growing fast. Americans are not just moving, they're staying, building, and telling others. The word is out, India is not just an escape, it's a destination. 1. Bengaluru, Bangalore. When you think tech and startups in India, you think Bengaluru. It's no surprise that this vibrant southern city is now home to thousands of American expats. Many came here through company transfers, working for Amazon, Google, or Meta, but stayed even after their assignments ended. Why? Bengaluru has it all: tech innovation, an English-speaking environment, affordable luxury apartments, world-class schools, and a buzzing social scene. Co-working spaces like WeWork are filled with American freelancers and remote workers. The city also boasts diverse cuisine, with everything from authentic dosas to hipster vegan cafes. And here's the bonus, you can live well here for a fraction of what it costs in San Francisco. 2. Goa, the Freedom State. Goa isn't just a party capital, it's become a haven for digital nomads, artists, and wellness seekers from the US. You'll find beachfront co-living spaces with fiber internet, yoga teachers from New York running retreats, and American musicians jamming at beach cafes. Goa's lifestyle is chill, unhurried, and deeply connected to nature. It's easy to meet other expats, and it has some of the highest densities of Americans living in India outside the metros. With its Portuguese heritage, diverse expat crowd, and growing number of eco-villages and off-grid communities, Goa feels more like a cross between Bali and California than a typical Indian state. 3. Rishikesh and Dharamshala, spiritual sanctuaries. For spiritually inclined Americans, Rishikesh and Dharamshala are meccas of awakening. These towns in the Himalayas offer yoga teacher training programs, meditation centers, and ashrams that draw seekers from all over the US. Some come for a month. Others stay for years. Rishikesh is famous for being where the Beatles came to meditate, but today, it's Americans from all walks of life seeking healing, detox, or a full-blown identity reset. Dharamshala, home to the Dalai Lama, attracts those interested in Buddhism and Tibetan culture. These aren't places for fast internet or job hunting. They're where people come to slow down, reflect, and reconnect with something deeper. 4. Mumbai, India's New York. Mumbai is fast-paced, chaotic, and alive 24/7, just like New York. And just like NYC, it attracts American talent in media, business, fashion, and consulting. Many Americans here work with international media houses, NGOs, or Bollywood production firms. Others are entrepreneurs running boutique brands or digital platforms. Neighborhoods like Bandra, Colaba, and Andheri West have become mini expat enclaves, with organic markets, sushi bars, and co-living communities. The city also boasts top-tier hospitals and international schools, making it appealing for American families and retirees. Yes, the traffic is insane, but the energy of Mumbai is unmatched. 5. Hyderabad, Tech Plus Tradition Hub. Often overshadowed by Bengaluru, Hyderabad is quietly becoming a favorite for Americans, especially those in the tech world. It's home to Google's largest campus outside the US, Amazon's India HQ, and multiple biotech and engineering hubs. Americans living here often appreciate the city's balance, rich culture, think biryani and historic forts, modern infrastructure, and less chaos than other metros. The neighborhoods of Jubilee Hills and Gachibowli house many expats, offering gated communities and easy access to schools and hospitals. Hyderabad is also safer, cleaner, and more organized than other large cities, making it ideal for families and professionals. 6. Oroville, near Pondicherry, the utopian city. What if you could live in a city that wasn't bound by religion, nationality, or politics? Welcome to Oroville, a global experimental township built on peace, unity, and sustainable living. Located near the French-influenced Pondicherry, Oroville attracts Americans looking for purpose over profit. Many are involved in education, permaculture, design, or meditation. There are no bosses or money-driven hierarchies here, just a collaborative community where values matter more than currency. American students, digital nomads, and eco-activists now make up a visible part of the population. For those disillusioned with capitalism and craving a conscious community, Oroville feels like a dream. 7. Varanasi, City of Gods and Scholars. Varanasi, one of the oldest cities on Earth, isn't your typical expat destination. Yet, an increasing number of Americans are coming here not for comfort, but for depth. Philosophy students, religious scholars, yoga researchers, and spiritual writers are drawn to this city like moths to a flame. The rituals on the Ganges, the sound of temple bells, the cremation ghats, everything here feels ancient, eternal, and overwhelming. American universities often send exchange students here for fieldwork. Retired professors and seekers settle in Varanasi to learn Sanskrit, write books, or simply immerse themselves in India's spiritual heart. 8. Pune, the quiet tech and education hub. Pune is emerging as a favorite among Americans who want urban perks without big city chaos. It's a center for IT, automobile manufacturing, and higher education, and is just a few hours from Mumbai. Many American expats here are educators, university researchers, or engineers working for global companies. Some are students in programs like those at Symbiosis International or IISER. Pune has great weather, affordable housing, and a calm vibe. It also hosts co-working cafes and vegan restaurants, giving it a global city feel without the noise of Delhi or the traffic of Bengaluru. 9. Kochi, Cochin, Kerala's global port city. In the lush backwaters of Kerala, Kochi is fast becoming a hotspot for health-conscious American retirees and medical tourists. With excellent hospitals, low pollution, and a coastal charm, Kochi offers a soft, green landing for those looking to slow down. Many Americans of Indian descent are also returning to Kochi to retire with dignity and purpose. The city's booming real estate market, wellness resorts, and Ayurvedic clinics attract those seeking peace and affordable healing. The nearby beaches, art cafes, and colonial architecture give Kochi an old-world charm combined with a modern. 10. Chennai, healthcare and knowledge capital. Chennai is often overlooked, but it's one of the most important cities in India for Americans. Why? Because it's the hub of medical tourism. Thousands of Americans come here every year for surgeries, dental work, or holistic treatments at 1/10 the US cost. Many end up staying longer. Chennai's hospitals are world-class, with English-speaking doctors and global certifications. But healthcare isn't the only draw. Chennai is also an academic and tech hub. US companies like Ford, Accenture, and Cognizant have large campuses here. It's also home to IIT Madras, one of the top engineering institutes in the world. The city offers a blend of beaches, temples, and cutting-edge research centers, making it an ideal place for thinkers, builders, and healers alike. Who are these Americans? The Americans coming to India aren't all the same, and they're not all rich. Here are the main types: freelancers, tech consultants, and content creators are leveraging their dollar income while living in places like Goa and Bengaluru for a fraction of the cost. They work from beach cafes, hill stations, or co-working hubs. These are people looking for comfort without crushing costs. Retirees find that their social security checks stretch much further in India. Others come for surgeries or holistic healing and end up staying. studying Sanskrit, yoga, or interfaith philosophy has become popular among American students. Universities like Banaras Hindu University or institutions in Pondicherry host them regularly. Burned out by consumerism, many Americans explore ashrams, meditation retreats, or Buddhist monasteries. Some convert, others don't, but all find something they couldn't back home: inner peace. Marriage to Indian nationals is a growing reason. American spouses often settle in a partner's hometown, starting families, businesses, or schools together. Challenges they face. It's not all chai and rainbows. Life in India comes with real hurdles. Culture shock, noise, crowds, and the lack of personal space can overwhelm newcomers. Pollution and heat. Cities like Delhi and Chennai can be hard on the lungs and skin. Bureaucracy, from visa extensions to setting up bank accounts, red tape frustrates many. Inconsistent infrastructure, power cuts, water issues, and poor roads remain common in many areas. Visa issues. India still lacks a proper digital nomad visa, and long-term residency is tricky for non-citizens. Yet, despite these struggles, many stay. Why? Because the benefits, emotional, financial, and spiritual, outweigh the chaos. Why this trend will grow in 2025 and beyond. This isn't a one-off trend. It's the start of something big. India is rising as a global alternative to the Western lifestyle. With the US facing internal divisions, rising costs, and youth disillusionment, more Americans are looking abroad. India offers something that's rare today: a sense of purpose, community, and affordability. With its expanding middle class, modern infrastructure, and globalizing cities, it now appeals not just to Indians, but to the world. Digital nomad visas may soon arrive. More international schools, hospitals, and expat services are being built. Real estate developers are targeting foreign retirees. Indian cities are becoming multicultural melting pots. In short, India is no longer just the origin of immigrants, it's becoming their destination. From the tech streets of Bengaluru to the sacred ghats of Varanasi, from the tranquil vibes of Oroville to the energy of Mumbai, Americans are not just visiting India anymore, they're moving in. This reverse migration challenges everything we thought we knew about global movement. It's not just about economics, it's about life. About meaning. About building a future in a place that respects tradition while embracing change. Some came for business, others for healing. Some were escaping chaos, others were searching for something sacred. But all of them found something here in India that they couldn't find back home. Maybe, just maybe, the new American dream isn't in the West anymore, it's in the